Hello, hello. My name is Guerric, and tonight we're sampling Age of Steam. Joining me are Alan
Hello.
and Lily.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, Crewmeister, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. 3-month streak. I know how to talk. Ugh. So yeah, we're taking a break from the 18xx this week to play some Age of Steam. What was I going to say? Lily and I have played several times. Alan has played Railways of the World, so we're going to give a teach, and hopefully he will come out of this an expert. And by an expert, I mean know how to play. Yeah, it probably came to the wrong place for that, now that I think about it. So the goal of the game is to have the most income at the end of the game, which is this track here. The game is played in rounds, with a number of rounds being determined by the number of players. And each round is broken up into 10 phases, which we will go through one by one very procedurally. First, we will issue shares. Issuing shares gives us money that we can spend for the round. Hey, Arzad. And if you don't predict your turn properly, then it's terrible. You will go bankrupt or something. It's bad, don't do it. I can tell you that. After issuing shares, we will determine player order with an auction. The auction is fairly simple. The way it works is the first person to drop out of the auction will not have to pay anything. And I guess in this case, the other two people will have to pay their full bid amounts, regardless of whether they won or not. If there are additional players, they would have to pay half.
Okay, I like that.
Then in the order determined by the auction, we will select actions, which are just special rule breaker powers that we'll have for the round. So we'll go over those at the end. After selecting actions, we'll build track again in the player order determined with the auction. Track works a little differently in this game than in 18xx, if that's what you try to draw knowledge from. You can build out from any city, which are the locations that currently have cubes on them. Or you can continue pre-existing track that you have. You'll have, 3 track lays on your turn. And each track you lay has a predetermined cost, which you can track with this chart up here, depending on the terrain you're laying on and the type of track you're laying. When you lay track, let's do a quick example. The moment you complete a track, you will create a link. You'll take one of your, in this mod, they're trains. They're also commonly discs, depending on your version of the game. Place it on that track to denote that it is yours, because nobody else will own it. It's all yours. Let's see. If you ever do 3 track lays and do not finish the link, then you will have what is called a dangler. You'll put your ownership marker hanging off the edge there. And if you do not continue to build this track next round, then you will lose ownership of it, and it becomes neutral track that anybody can extend.
Yeah.
You also can redirect track by changing what the last tile was, which has its own cost, all track types too. And you can replace track, and when you do so, you have to honor the existing track. Kind of similar to 18xx. So if you wanted to come into here, let's pretend we're coming from whatever that red city is. This whole example doesn't exist. You could replace the tile with this one, or with a crossover that I could probably find. Yeah, there's the example. As long as you honor the existing track, that's totally legal. And it has costs listed on the chart. tiles are component limited. If we ever run out, you're out, etc., etc. Is there anything obvious I'm missing there, Lily? She was
That I can think of.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna guess that the river locations are the brown cubes.
No. Apparently there are no rivers now that I look at this map, or mountains. So yeah, this is
Okay.
this
There's a bunch of maps. Okay.
Yeah, this is not the base map, and I should mention that this is a system. This map has a couple special rules I'll go over at the end, and these are related to that.
That's fine.
The big thing I should go over are towns, which there are special town tiles here. However, these are not the only tiles that you can place on these locations. You can always place normal track and then grab a town token and drop it on there to turn it into a town tile. But these town track can only be laid on towns, if you got me.
Okay.
And towns count as stops and can later be upgraded into full-blown cities.
Yeah.
I think that part's probably familiar to Railways of the World.
Yeah, vaguely.
Anyway, after we all lay track, we will move goods. I probably should have built some track for example purposes. Dum-a-dum-dum.
Question. If
Sure.
you say in this case you've laid 2 tracks and you complete a connection, does that end your track laying or can you do more?
You can do more.
Okay. I don't know why you would, but just wanted to clarify.
Yep. So move goods, the way it'll work is we will each deliver 2 goods, one at a time. So we will each deliver 1 good and then go around and do it again. Good delivery is limited by our locomotive strength, which is shown by this chart up here, indicating how many links you can travel a good.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, we all have a linked strength of 1. We can all move a goods cube 1 link, which means in my horrible example, nothing is deliverable. So let's pretend this town didn't exist. When you deliver a good, you will move it along track of any player. For each link you cross, that player gets, 1 revenue, Lily?
I believe it's a revenue per location hit.
Yeah, per link cross, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And when you're delivering a good, you're trying to bring it to a city of the color matching the good. And if you ever hit one, you must stop at that location. So if you had a big loop where you kept going over to Lyon, you could not take this good, all the way there. You would have to stop at Nantes, who knows?
Sure.
And again, you're limited by the strength of your locomotive. So right now, all I could deliver is one of these blues. But with a strength of 2, I could deliver the red by going 1, 2.
Yeah.
Delivering a cube takes it out of the game. And let's see, it gets you revenue the way I said. For either of your move good actions, but only one of the 2, you are able to forego the move good action to upgrade your locomotive by just moving over the next space on the track. And if you do that in your first move good, it does apply for the second. After moving, what's up?
Do you get multiple move good in one round or?
Yeah, we each get 2. So we'll go around and each do 1 move good action, and then we'll each go around and do a second move good action, and then we're done with the phase.
Okay.
After move goods is income. We will all earn money based on our revenue, right, Lily? I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
And then we'll pay our expenses, which are the numbers at the top right of the shares and the numbers at the top right of the locomotives.
Mm-hmm.
You will add those up and pay that. Then we have income reduction. Depending upon which section of the income track you're in, you will move back the corresponding number of spaces on the income track. Then we'll go to goods growth. We'll roll 1 white die per player and 1 black die per player, and take a cube of the column matching the numbers rolled, top to bottom, and place them on the matching cities on the map. So the white 1 column goes to Nice. The white 5 goes to Bordeaux. And on this map, all of the black columns go to Paris. Finally, we will advance the turn marker 1 step, and then we do it all again.
Okay.
Everything makes sense so far?
So far, and if you're about to explain this, just say so. But in issuing shares, I'm assuming you get some quantity of cash per share.
That's correct. Yeah, when you issue, you will get $5 per shared issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Share issued. There we go. I think I messed up my tenses there. And you can issue any number you want, right, Lily? Or is there a limit?
Nope, you can issue as many as you want.
I thought.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
Right.
I'm going to issue all of
them. One thing that's important to realize is that issuing shares takes place before the auction, but it dictates money for the whole round. So you need to consider how much you're going to spend in the auction in addition to all of your other costs.
Okay. And the action selected, You only get to select 1?
You only get to select 1, and let's go ahead and go over them now. First move means that you are the first to move goods, regardless of your player order. Similarly, first build, you're the first to place track, regardless of player order. Engineer says that you can place up to 4 track instead of 3. Locomotive increases your locomotive level by 1, and this can stack with the move goods phase choosing to forego a move goods in order to increase your locomotive level. So in that way, you can go up 2 levels in 1 round.
Sure.
Urbanization places a new city tile. You'll take any of these city tiles over here and place them on any town in the game, regardless of whether it has track or anything like that. And from now on, it will get cubes onto it when its corresponding column above it is rolled. So white A gets populated when white 3 gets rolled, F when black 2, etc.
And you can't put that over a already colored city, right?
Correct.
So just a stupid question is, what is the significance of there being a lot more black cities than colored cities? I mean, do they interact with the goods growth in a different way? Is it just that they pull from these, or?
You're referring to the inner black color?
Yeah.
That just means they...
Okay.
What's up?
Nothing.
That just means they correspond with black goods, which they are currently the only way to deliver black goods, it looks like. And then, we should note that they are in 2 columns, the white cities corresponding with the left half of goods growth and the black or brown or dark cities corresponding with the right half. The terminology is messy.
Okay. So unless some of these in the right half come out, all of these just go to Paris, I think?
Yep. Everything in the 1 through 6 column goes to Paris. And then the only way to get access to the E, F, G, H columns is to build the corresponding city tiles with urbanization.
Okay. So every round, everything in the top line's going to go out, and then I guess the rest just move up?
No. We'll roll 3 black dice because there's 3 players.
Okay.
And whatever is rolled, that column will send out its topmost cube.
Okay. Same with the other one.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. A lot of this is very similar. It's been a long time.
No worries. And this
Okay.
actually dovetails nicely into production. The next one says that you add 2 goods anywhere. That does not mean on the map. That means anywhere in the goods growth chart over here. You can place it into any open slot on that chart.
And these are random goods, right?
Yeah, you draw them out of the bag randomly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And finally is turn order, which gives you a free pass during the auction for player order. I didn't go over the full rules of the auction, but if you pass, you are out, and that's what dictates your position in this, This power means that in next round's auction, you get 1 pass without going out of the auction. You can pass and continue to bid when it comes back around to you.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So is that all clear?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, essentially, they just took the deck of cards that you used to have to bid on and turned it into these,
Yeah.
which makes the player order a lot more powerful. Everything else, the upgraded train's a lot easier to get to, it looks like. Although they still scale in cost.
Yeah.
Also, geez, this kickback mechanism.
Oh yeah,
is really rough.
It's brutal. This game is brutal.
All right. No point in fussing over it. I think we can jump in.
Pretty much. There are, I should tell you the France-specific rules real quick. I already told you a few of them, but I should finish going over them. So yeah, Paris is a 4-color city. Blue, red, yellow, and purple goods can all be delivered to it. And then it also counts as, 1 through 6 on the black side of the goods display. Another thing is that the spaces on the map I mentioned cannot be built in by conventional means. Instead, the engineer action on this map does not do what it says in the display. Instead, it just provides the ability to lay in these hexes.
Oh.
And the cost for doing so is listed on the bottom right here. The brown ones are $2 and the black ones are $4.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. And this is entirely in lieu of placing up to 4 track. That power just does not exist for this map.
Okay. And okay.
You with me? Because there's 2 more action changes we got to go over.
I'm with you. I don't like it, but I'm with you.
Production is expanded. It does some more now. You can either perform the standard production action, or you can announce a city and randomly draw a goods cube from the bag and place it directly into that city.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot more.
Yeah, a lot of people like that a lot. And then urbanization is modified. During the first turn, 2 players can select urbanization. And if they select urbanization, they can only place 2 track this turn.
Okay. But that's just for the first turn.
Yes, it's just for the first turn. It's, I guess, to help incentivize some early game urbanization.
So when does, I guess I should clarify, so
Sure.
like some of these are pretty obvious, but urbanization, when exactly does that proc?
That is a great question. I'm fairly certain it procs during the build track phase, if I recall correctly.
Like
I'm pretty
after
sure
you
everything.
place your tracks?
I think it's at any point when you place your tracks. I think it's just it just procs during that when you choose is what I remember. But I will let Guerric
Okay.
correct me because I'm assuming I'm wrong.
No, I think that's right. I know it's been a while since we played, but I think it's that way. I think it's any time during your turn.
And for clarity's sake, does placing a city tile cost anything?
It does not.
Okay.
And it does not count toward your 3 track lays traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on your turn. The rulebook doesn't entirely clarify. The only other change for this map is that there is no bankruptcy. Normally, players can be eliminated via bankruptcy if their income is reduced to less than 0. In this game, in this map, you simply 0 out and then continue playing the game.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, but I feel like there was a mechanism in railways where you were forced to just continue taking loans forever.
That would not surprise me.
It was really cutthroat and felt real bad. We could have just been playing the game wrong. That is a thing.
Oh, go in the bag. There you go. Okay. Any questions, or should we just dive in?
We can dive in.
Alrighty. So, right at the top, we determine how many shares we want to issue. Looks like we start with $10. Oh yeah, because we start with 2 shares issued. So $10. That makes sense. I forgot about that.
So all of the early track, unless we are unfortunately crossing somebody else's, should only cost 2 each, right?
The only exception would be if you lay into a town, but otherwise, yeah, $2.
And if you're laying a town, that includes just laying one of these town tokens, right?
What do you mean exactly?
So like if I lay this guy
Mhm.
with this on top of it, we'll pretend that I laid that like a sane person.
Yeah.
But that would be considered laying a town, and that would cost 3.
Yes.
Okay.
It would cost, 3. I'm pretty sure that's how you read that.
Okay.
Yep, and it's 1 + 1 per spoke track.
Yeah.
Track spoke.
I also want to clarify, I'm assuming there's hard tile limits, but I want to clarify, so there's a stack over here and a stack over here.
Yeah,
Are
there's
those
just
both in play?
Yeah, there's just a ton of
they
basic
just-
track.
Yeah, they split it up. Yeah, they just split it up to be on separate sides of the table for some reason.
That's fine. I just wanted to clarify.
Yep. 90% of what you lay in this game is those 3 basic track tiles, and obviously more so the 2 straight and gentles.
Okay, now I've confused myself. What exactly is this?
Which part? The replacing track, redirecting track?
No, the town. So
Oh.
the town is $3, but if it's one of these, it's 1 + $1. What the?
I think those.
Per spoke. Per spoke.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it is.
I think those numbers
Okay.
next to the tiles are indicate. Oh. Ooh, rewind to time.
It was me. I'm sorry.
Lele, what are you doing?
Sorry.
No decisions were made in that time.
I think that's just indicating how many of those there are. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's just the small number is just indicating how many there are.
And then upgrading your train does not cost anything immediately, but it has the increased upkeep cost.
Exactly.
Sorry, it's just that I have to figure out all of my money immediately before my first move of the game.
Yeah, ask the questions. That's better to know.
To be honest, most of this game is played in the before the auction round, and then it's just executing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Gosh, it's been so long since I played this. I'm super rusty.
2.
Season, we are a very bad influence. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better, we're buying them too.
Oh my gosh.
Kind
So
of.
there's 2 separate move goods phases, but there's still just the one track laying phase, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh,
Hey, Lily, how many loans are you taking?
12. I don't know. I'm not taking 12. I don't know.
Well, how am I supposed to copy you if you don't know?
You're not.
Mm-mm.
Um.
mm, so just to clarify, the only income that we start with is from delivering cubes, correct?
Yeah.
Does delivering cubes get us cash, or does it move our income track?
It moves our income track, as I recall. And I'm going to double check
Mhm.
this because I'm super rusty and second guessing myself, but Lily's agreeing, and that's good.
Okay. I just
Yeah,
want
but
to
Lily
clarify.
like bullshits her way through life, so I don't know if you should trust her.
I mean, I feel like there's like the safe bet, and then there's the like flying by the seat of my pants bet.
Like, normally
That
the safe thing is just like issue 2 shares, have enough money to cover everything. But you can't go
yeah.
bankrupt on this map, so maybe you ride close to the edge. I don't know.
I mean, you said you just zero out, right? And then you keep playing?
Yeah, let me read the exact thing. If the player's income is reduced to less than 0, the income is simply reduced to 0. Players cannot go bankrupt. So yeah, you keep all your expenses and everything, but you don't, like, you just suffer no penalty for it. You're just at 0.
Huh. So in the early, well, I guess you do suffer a penalty, which is any goods you did move just don't happen. So that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still probably bad for you, but I wonder if there's a strategy for it on this map.
Well, I mean, in theory, like if you just went for a 2-turn start just to build track and set yourself up, you don't have to issue shares the first turn. Feels like it's probably wrong, but no, to be honest, my thought process is, can I get away with 1 share issued?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like I mean, assuming I'm understanding the various expenses correctly, I feel like it's possible because I feel like it's just a combination of paying your shares, paying your links, and then being able to lay track.
And pay for the auction. Don't forget the auction.
Yeah, that too. So I guess that's the question: is how important is that player order in the first time
Yeah.
when there's only 3 players and there's so many different options? Just for reference, do these numbers mean anything?
That's referring to the phase where they are relevant.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right, well, is there like a turn order for deciding this?
I think normally it follows player order. We didn't. I guess Lily is maybe first because the mod made her
I
first.
I do have the turn order thing for some freaking reason.
Because you're first.
I don't like it. God, do I?
Lily's always first.
I'm not gonna issue any shares.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Boom.
Oh, this hurts, and I don't think I'm going to.
What are you doing?
Failing. I've already lost.
You're gonna owe $3, so you're down to 7.
Yep.
Or just don't even. I mean, like, just get to
I'm very confident in
like-
the 7.
just get to expenses and then give up. Like, plan on not moving any goods, I guess. So, like, that way you get the full $10. So just lay a bunch of expensive track, or at least as much as you can with only $10.
Oh boy.
This is a decision I'm making. I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but I want to make this decision.
Hey.
And my brain's not talking me
Well,
out of it.
Try it.
Well, Guerric, I think if that's the Lily decision, I think we're fairly safe to just take one each.
Yeah, that's where I was leaning. I don't feel the need for 2. Oh, that's not me. There we go.
I'm so confident I don't feel the need for 1.
Yeah, I'll do un.
All right. Player order. And who's it start with? Lily? Is that right?
Sure.
Feels right.
Beginning with the first player, yeah. That'd be Lily.
I'll bid 1.
What's the minimum bid I should clarify?
Yeah.
1.
I guess it's fair. It's 1.
Okay.
If I bid 1, do I have to? If I assuming I lose that, it's fine. I'll bid 1.
I guess I'll bid 2.
Early pass. Ah. I could just pass and keep my money, but then why did I issue shares? Well, let me see. I'm gonna have to pay at least $4 if I don't upgrade my train at all. Just to confirm, if I bid the most, I get first in turn order, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'll do 3. Sure. Feels right. Feels terrible, but whatever.
Back out.
You wanna throw yourself on the space?
Man, why isn't that automated? Why can't it all be automated?
Because you've got candles and steam. It's like a super early mod, isn't it?
Actually, I think this one's pretty new. Because it's built off like an upgrade of an older one, which is built off an upgrade of an older. It's one of those ones that's like a chain of upgrades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
is what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass and pay $2, which means Alan will get first and pay 3. Right? That was your high bid.
Yep. Feels bad.
Okay, so the second. Okay, got it. I understand.
All right. So now I have to debate what the more valuable play is here, and seeing as I've never played this version, I'm uncertain.
So I think this map wants you to choose urbanization because the cities are otherwise pretty far from each other. And that's why it has that special urbanization for this map.
I mean, that's probably right. It's more just a matter of if both of us take urbanization and Lily then just goes to... I guess Lily then gets her pick of the litter. But that's probably just like it's what I paid my $3 for.
Yeah.
So I think you're probably right, and I should just do that.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. All right, next up, build track.
Okay. So I feel like there's an obvious placement
I see
that I should probably pick.
I see a few obvious placements. In fact, I think most of them are obvious placements. Well, because it's made more difficult because you only get 2 track lays, but this would become 1 and then 2 distance. This was 1 and 1.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just like looking at where the early stuff is. It kind of feels like Paris through to Nantes is at least the easiest early play. Although I suppose Lyon being right there also steals a lot of the blue goods. It's a little awkward, but that's 2 track lays away at least. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna learn how to be sad and do this.
You got urbanization, right? Are you gonna urbanize this spot?
Yeah, but I have to lay the track first, right?
No, urbanization. You just do it as a thing during your turn. Pick any of these.
Oh, okay. In that case, so it's essentially an extra track lay.
Effectively, that you don't have to pay for.
Oh, then Lyon does make more sense. I misunderstood. Then yes, I will do that instead.
But remember, urbanization on this map limits you to 2 track lays.
Oh, it does.
Right.
If you
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So in the end, you get the same quantity. It's just that you save some cash. Man, I really didn't need to issue shares, did I?
Is that only for this first round though? Because the first round's the only time that 2 people can go to it.
It's not phrased that way. I was just wondering that myself. It says the urbanization action is modified. During the first turn, 2 players may select the urbanization action. A player selecting the urbanization action may only place/replace 2 track in addition to placing a new city tile. So it's like a separate clause from the first turn modifier. It seems like urbanization just weakens your track lay on this map. Which is interesting.
Well, I mean, so just to be clear, this would be a legal play?
Yep, absolutely.
No? Okay. And I can choose any of the cities, white or dark bordered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that feels correct. So this will only cost me $4. I did not need to get a share, and I feel sad about that.
It's okay. Clearly, I didn't either.
And so I lay out 2 of my little locomotives here. That is my turn.
Okay. Hmm. Hey, Shasner. I'm going to... There's things I want to do. Oh, gosh, I'm so rusty. I'll grab this city to go there. Oh, I forgot. If you switch to state 2, it'll turn on the scripting for the tiles when you place a city.
Cool.
We'll do that, and we'll lay these 2 gentles. Or the gentle and the straight. Those 2 track is what I meant. All right. And that was $4.
I'm gonna do the dumbest thing I possibly can think of.
I love it.
So I'm spending 7. Oh wait, yeah. I'm gonna spend $7.
Neat.
Neat.
This seems dumb. I love it.
That's pretty neat.
That was a good choice, but I think it's a funny one.
No, I see what you're doing. I thought about doing something.
Stealing my value, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, she is. All right, are you all done, Lily?
All done.
All right, step 5, moving goods.
Okay. Let's see, how much did that cost you? You're down to 3.
Leave it with 7.
Man. Well, that is unfortunate for me.
Doesn't seem like too big an issue.
Nah, it's more just that Lily's siphoning off my value. Kind of lose a little bit of the point of laying that city.
Yeah.
Well, Paris is still gonna be. Yeah, that's fair.
No, it's
You still have it for control from the other direction.
Right.
though.
You lay one, Lily lays the other, you lay this one.
Mhm.
Or move that one.
or so alternatively, I could just move up to 2 links and then start moving blue cubes. It's probably
That's also an option. Yeah.
I could probably just start getting value off of that. Although Gosh. I don't know. If I do that, you just run this twice, you get +4, and then suddenly you're actually way ahead. Meanwhile, Guerric gets just to do whatever the hell he wants to, which is great.
Yeah, inefficiently though.
Yeah.
I should maybe mention Lily's traditionally very good at this game.
No, that's fine. I'm just debating my options here. I think I do just go ahead and move this cube for 1.
Okal
And that
dokal.
just leaves the board, correct?
Yep. Dump it in the trash. Or in a
Trash?
pile, or... Yeah, I mean, it's gone. And that gives you...
Okay.
Your green, come on. Gives you 1 income.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take a locomotive upgrade.
Purple for 2.
Don't forget to end your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I will take this last purple for 1.
Okay, I will deliver this yellow for 2.
Increase my link.
You're gonna increase your link. Okay.
Yo, being dumb is my thing, okay?
All right. Income.
Yeah.
Do I just get $2, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right, Gusted. They do go back to the draw bag. Oh, whoopsie. Clearly, it's been some time since I played this.
Huh. Then what goes in the trash?
Garbage, apparently. All right.
Okay.
Next up is... Oh, that didn't work. Next up is income. Oh, wow. It did it for us.
Oh. Oh, shoot. Then I need to fix mine because I did it manually.
Cool. I didn't know it did it for us. Then expenses. Look at that. Does that too. You don't even need to play the game.
Guys, I'm at 0. I am broke.
Did you go below 0?
I did not.
It's 0 exactly?
Yep.
Okay.
I had $5 and I spent $5. Woo.
Income reduction. It stuck there. Hey.
We don't have any income reduction until it goes over 10.
Yeah, it wouldn't end the step for whatever reason.
Oh.
That's funny, Marcos. All right. We accidentally skipped goods growth, maybe, or we're in goods growth. So see if this works. And then 1 more of each. Okay. That was 3 of each, right? Yep. Okay. End turn. Wow, it even advanced us for us.
Fancy.
I don't know what to do with all this scripting.
Neat.
It's neat.
Well, Alan, we have some money that we foolishly acquired.
So it seems. I mean, the flip side of that is Lily is now basically forced to take shares, but I don't think that's a
I
problem.
am 100% broke.
Hmm. I think. Okay, so hang on, I gotta do all the maths. Ugh. Uh, um, I think this might be my turn to not take any money. We'll see. That might be a mistake, but I think I'm good.
Think I'm in the same boat. Oh, maybe not. $6. If I want to aggressively lay track, that'd be all the money right there.
Yes. The problem with the three-player game, I think, in a lot of games, not just this one, but like two players end up kind of entangled and the other player just kind of sits by themselves in the corner.
Yeah, I was warned this
But
was a large map for 3-player, but there were only so many options in this mod, unfortunately.
no, it's fine. I'm
Yeah.
not bothered. I'm more just trying to figure out how to come out ahead in this situation.
Yeah. Six. I'm gonna be foolish and issue 1.
And
Hmm?
does the track I lay now have to be adjacent to track I have?
No, you can build out
Okay.
from any city.
I'm gonna take 1.
Okay. On to the auction. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Starting with Alan.
$1.
Oh, is it me? I passed.
No, it's me. I was about to talk.
Oh, it's you?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's currently $1. I'll bid 2.
I will continue to pass.
Alan?
Hmm. I'll bid 3.
Um,
Fine, Guerric. I'm not going to pick the one you want, I promise.
You don't even know what I want.
True. I'm going to guess that you can guess which one I want.
I'll bet up to 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on. All right, we'll do 5.
You can have it.
Yeah, I figured.
All right. What action would you like?
God damn it.
What's up? Did you need money for
forgot.
track?
Yeah, I was calculating my income together with my expenses stupidly. Yeah. Okay, I don't have a turn. Fuck.
You wanna roll the auction back?
It doesn't seem fair to do so, but I'm totally fucked for the whole game, I'm pretty sure.
It's okay. You got your learning experience. It happens in every game of Age of Steam.
Yeah.
If you want to do a reset, we could also do it where you took an extra loan.
Yeah, we also
share.
can give you an extra share.
Yeah, that's also if you don't want to roll back the auction, that's another option.
Would it have affected your consideration if I had had more money?
No.
Nope.
I will take that then, and feel bad about it.
It's okay. It happened to my first game. Happens to many people's first game.
Well, the other thing that's screwing me up is that. Okay, this is like just me being completely idiotic. For some reason, I'm reading this 6 as a 9.
You know what? I actually did the same thing earlier.
Yeah, I can't really justify that. I need to just start paying attention to the tokens, clearly.
It says
whatever.
It says your total on your box, the scripting box.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, so just ignore the number beneath your bowl. Ignore the bowl altogether.
I will plan to do so for the rest of the game. Anyways, I desperately needed this. Don't know if that was what you wanted or not. If not, I feel like I way overpaid for it.
That is what I wanted, and you're a monster. So I'm going to I'll take first build. Yeah, Marcos, France has a rule that you cannot go bankrupt. I'm going to shove this rule book right in your face in the camera so you can't read it at all. Nope, I'm showing you the wrong one. There it is. It's not even focusing. Players cannot go bankrupt. I'm just torturing my viewers.
What else is new?
That seems rude. Yep.
I'm gonna go with move goods first.
Okay.
This is a decision.
Building track, starting with wow, it even put me first. That's so cool. All right, I'm building first. I'm building 1, 2, 3.
Interesting.
It's gonna cost me 6. Leaves me with $1. I hope I did my math right. I didn't do enough math. What am I delivering this round?
Alright, you can move this red over. Move that yellow over. You got options.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Marcos, I wanted to make sure I could build because I can't build in these hexes at all unless you take the engineer action. Lily was not engineer. She took locomotive first round. And mostly I wanted locomotive this round, but I couldn't get it, so I just took first build to ensure I got those as opposed to something else. I didn't have a ton of value for anything else that I was seeing, at least.
Just going around you.
Yep.
I get one more.
Fine, just keep stealing all my shit.
You're gonna dangle?
Yep.
Okay. On to move goods. Starting with Lily.
Is me. I'm gonna take the blue one. So I go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I should have paid for. Oh wait, no. Actually, I can't lay this because I don't have the money for it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I only have the 4. So.
Don't forget to end your turn.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how I counter this, because you just got a super early boost. Sorry, I'm just debating improving
Time.
my links versus doing something different. I think you're probably moving. Why do that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna improve my length.
I'm going to Yeah, I kind of have to. Okay, I'll deliver this red to Toulouse, I don't know, for 2. Oh, that's not the bag. Getting there. I am yellow. Okay. Oh yeah, I guessed it. I've been wanting to play Detroit Bankruptcy.
Me too. I'll do another 3.
Oof.
Okay. Think I am gonna deliver this yellow for 3.
I'll deliver this black for another 2. Gosh, I cannot get. Ooh.
This is a not. It's aesthetically pleasing, but it's not the best container.
It is not the best container. Okay, that's 2 for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
On to income and expenses. Nobody bankrupt?
Nope.
All right. Income reduction.
My turn
Oh, wow.
to 0 out.
There we go. Step 9, goods growth. I don't know why yeah, I guess we're there. Okay. Here we go. Roll 1. Roll 2. Roll 3. Roll 4. Roll 5. And roll 6. All right. The monstrous Tower of Paris continues to grow. On to the next round.
Why is it me?
Why is it you?
I know it switched me front when for first move, but
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
should
It
be.
should not be me.
It should be Alan for issuing shares and for determining player order.
Fine. All right, so this time I need to remember I actually need the cash for track lane. But do I need cash? Do I lay track? I don't even know.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I should take at least one. I have 0. I don't have any cash, so that's a thing.
I keep getting these ideas that are probably bad for me.
But bad ideas are so much fun.
Yeah, train-based gameplay, that is so true. Like, just basic addition and subtraction is terrifying in this game. Because you just have to ride the razor's edge to be successful. What are my current expenses? 6.
I bet you luck this.
This game's agonizing.
Well, that's annoying.
Are they snap pointing on you or something?
Yeah, they are. Whatever. I was just trying to make it pretty. Yeah, I gotta love that stack of yellow on the yellow city.
It's kind of great, kind of terrible, but kind of great. I'm gonna take 2. Live free and die hard, right?
I'll take 1.
You wonder how much validity there might be in a mid-game turn to sitting on not a lot of cash and just trying to grow your income a little bit. I don't know, probably stymies your potential too much though.
Well, Alan, what would you like to bid?
$1.
I will bid 2.
Oh,
3.
I'll pass.
I'll
No position for me
bid.
to be in.
I'll bid 4.
What does Guerric want?
Eric got left out of something last round.
I will pass.
Okay. Time to select actions. I'm picking locomotive.
Deurbanization.
Mm. Honestly, don't know what the play is right now. Sorry, I don't mean to be slow.
It's okay.
Man. I'm gonna guess a good can't loop through the same city twice. Would be dumb.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. I think so. Base track first doesn't matter. I guess it might, but I don't think it does. Lily took urbanization. We'll just do this. We'll see how it plays out.
Okay, on to building track. I'm up first. So what am I gonna do? It's a great question.
But
What's up?
just to ask a stupid question, what exactly is the value of this city tile that has only a single link in and out of it? Like you can't run goods to it
so
and it won't generate goods.
Oh, you've reminded me of an important point, and I am so sorry.
also that you definitely forgot that one.
I definitely forgot to mention that, and that's horrible of me. I'm so sorry. At the end of the game, you receive 3 victory points for every dollar of income on the income track, plus 1 for every section of track that's a completed link of yours. And I am so sorry I forgot to mention that, because I forgot about it until this moment.
Oh, so it's theoretically worth points.
Theoretically worth points. It also could just be that you want to lay a route, and then you plan to urbanize it later, or you plan to upgrade it later, or something like that.
Or you're denying it from other people.
Or maybe that.
Hmm.
Um... Six. Okay. 4. Um. I'll go 1-2.
2-2.
I've got $3.
That's the proper response. It's completely ignoring me.
Sure, we'll spend 2 more and dangle that way. Oh, I'm gonna have so many regrets. I knew I should have played that.
Whee!
I knew I should have played that. I did. God damn it.
And that's $4 for me.
Well, that makes my turn really easy.
Yeah, I almost laid that instead of the Stangler too. Gosh darn it.
Hey, look, it's my turn to be monopolizing somebody else's value.
Okay, on to move goods. I am first. I'm going to take. Ugh. This is all kinds of terrible now. This is all kinds of terrible now.
Everything is horrible. Accept it and move on.
I have to remath now. Got $1. I think I'm still safe. Ugh.
Oh, is the whole game in this game just avoiding this middle portion of the map?
I don't know. I've never played this map before.
I don't think that was the intention.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that there could be some interesting play to try to connect through. That's an expensive connection. I don't know.
I'm gonna hate my life and take a locomotive.
Woo!
I will. Take a yellow for 3.
Okay. I am gonna just push this red up to Paris for 4. Or for 3, sorry. The one that actually makes mathematical sense.
I'm going to deliver this purple for 4 down to Nice.
Yep.
Did I? These are not falling into the bag.
I will deliver another yellow for 3.
I will deliver this red to Bordeaux for 3.
Okay. Income. Expenses. Income reduction. There we go.
Wait, why did I go back?
You were on
Income reduction.
You were on the 11 space.
Oh, God damn it. So I could have just upgraded my track and been basically in the same spot. All right, good to know. Mistakes were made.
All right, time to roll some dice. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That tower is getting precarious. And the turn, we do it again. Thank you. Oh, good golly gracious. Everything's terrible. Did anyone know that?
Yes.
Have I mentioned before that everything's terrible?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Once. Or twice.
Yeah. Okay. I have $6, not $9.
Oh.
Just to clarify, this is in addition to the normal track lay cost?
No, I believe that's the only track lay cost.
Oh. Good to know.
Yeah. Oh. Do that. Nothing. I'm gonna issue 2.
I will pass.
Yeah, train-based gameplay. I represent that. Flipping back and forth between issuing too quickly and then regretting not issuing enough. That's me.
All right. I will also pass. Back to you, Guerric.
Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, into the auction. I will bid $1.
Nope. I got
No, so that lets you do
no,
a free
no, no,
pass.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Forgive me.
Yep.
Or
so
don't. At this point, I don't deserve anyone's forgiveness.
I'll bid $1.
I will bid 2.
I'll pass.
Yep. Maybe do my math real quick. What's the high bid? 2?
2.
I'll take it to 3.
I'll go to 4.
Man, I should have bid the first time.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about the bid, so the pass. Sometimes you want to save it instead of using it immediately.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's up to 4. I'll take it to 5.
Take the 6.
Wait, okay, Guerric, you went to 6?
Yes.
Oh wait, did I bid out of? No, I didn't.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just was poking Lily because I realized you probably didn't realize it was your turn.
I heard you say that, but I wasn't sure what was happening, and my brain got very confused for a second.
Yeah. We're following player order. We're all good. I'm just still bidding.
I'll pass.
Okay. Alan?
Oh,
I
wait,
just-
Alan hadn't passed?
No.
No, I had
he,
not passed.
He used his
Oh.
turn order pass.
Oh, I did not realize that was the thing that he had.
I mean, most recently I had bid 5.
Yeah, like he also just bids.
That's why I was having trouble, because like my brain heard you say pass, so my brain was having so much trouble understanding what was going on. Okay.
Well, do you not want to pass? I will.
No.
I mean, I'll freely tell you if you don't. If you bid, I am out. I have to
No.
be because I only have $6.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. Well, I also pass.
Okay. So my high bid was 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On to selecting actions. I am picking urbanization.
Okay. I will take locomotive. Probably a poor choice. We'll see.
Yeah. Gonna be sad.
What did you want?
I mean, I wanted locomotive, but like my brain was totally in the wrong headspace for that auction.
I can tell you like got completely lost with what was happening.
I did. That is accurate.
Again, you passing, I could not have responded either way. If you want to take it back, I don't.
No, I don't want to take it back because like I would have, if I had realized you had the free pass, I probably would have issued shares and like done a bunch of things differently. So again, like my brain is just really dumb right now, and that's okay.
Well, I also completely misplayed the free pass, so you know, whatever.
I'm gonna go with engineering.
Okay. On to build track. I have turn order. I'm going to spend 4. There you go. Delay this.
Yeah. And then proceed to win.
I don't
Or
know.
something.
I don't know about that, Alan.
Nah. I'm more just lamenting my many poor decisions throughout the course of the game. It's fine. I'll just sit over here running these 4 tracks for the rest of the game. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the only options for me.
I wonder if we forgot to convert that.
You keep unlocking it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to relock it that time because I changed its state, and sometimes that unlocks things. Because I realized we didn't change it to state 2 for the scripting to pick it up. So I was just wondering if it actually should have gotten a cube on it.
Oh. How does it track because it rolls a d6. How does it track those exactly? Oh, I see.
I think it should have this purple on it because I see white, black, white, black, white, black. Yeah, I think we rolled a black 1.
Neat.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain. That's good for me.
Okay. Back to thinking, what color do I want it to be?
Thinking is dangerous.
Thinking is dangerous. Tell me about it. Yeah, I think I want it to be a black city. The question is which column? D, G, and H? D, G, and H. So purple or blue.
I mean, isn't it just completely random?
Well, no, because they come from this column.
But yeah, but all of D, G, and H are all full, so...
No, it removes. So if we roll a white 6, this will go to the D. And then if we were to roll another one,
I get that.
Yeah, it's random what we roll, but you still should plan around what it could get as we go into the game.
Oh, the colors. The colors, okay. So you weren't connecting those 2 dots, but it's fine. I'm failing at this game, so it's fine.
It's okay. You're doing fine.
Look, it just makes me sad because Railways is one of my favorite games, and I'm not quite there on this one. But that's what first plays are for.
This one's a little funky. It took me
definitely funky.
It took me several plays to even like start to have a handle.
I don't have money. Because I decided to do it all on the turn order bid.
Let's spend all my money.
Yep. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
This is a decision.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I get it. Okay, yeah. Move goods. Starting with me. We're going to... Do I have an opinion? Oh, I can take from Paris now. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
2. Let's take that yellow for 4.
Guerric, with all the things you could have done, why?
Because I'm a monster.
That was my only 4 move this turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I will just continue to fall into obscurity. So you could have taken any of the reds. Yeah, I don't suppose it makes any real difference here, so I'll just grab this red and move it 3.
You sound like a defeated man.
The blue for 3.
Oh, it's fine. You just stole from the poor, but whatever. Could have stolen something Lily needed, but no.
I think she wanted that too. She also had it for 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still
I
behind on locomotives, so I'm about to start falling behind because I got locked out of that.
Oh, it's fine. I've got a 4 locomotive that's virtually worthless. So I don't have the connections for it.
Back to me, right?
Yeah.
Which one do I go for?
Take the red, damn it.
Yeah, that's probably what I take. Or I could take the purple. Purple. You guys probably don't want the purples right now.
Do you have a 5?
Oh, you're right. That is a 5. So yeah, I can take the red. Which we will take for 4. 2, 3, 4. We're burning through cubes too quickly.
That's what happens when you steal my cubes.
You're not upset about it though.
Oh, obviously.
Do that for 3.
No, I knew not laying tracks this turn was going to be a significant mistake. Oh well.
Income, expenses, income reduction,
Of course.
goods growth. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. That's the round. We do it again. I can hear the groans from here.
Okay.
I haven't done the math yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion I don't need shares this turn. Because that was actually profitable for me last round. I'm no longer breaking even. You guys also have money. How do you have so much money?
That's a pretty good question.
Yeah, no share issuing. I already have too many expenses.
I'll issue 1.
No issues, Lily?
Nope.
Nah, she's just cash.
All right. I'll bid 1.
I'll bid 2.
Bid 3.
Oh.
Um.
Don't do it, Guerric. You don't need this.
I don't need.
You don't have the money for this. You saw what happened to me. Don't be me.
I'll bid whatever the next is, 4.
Out of the path.
I'll go to 5.
I'll bow out. What would you like?
I have no idea.
Well, the candles certainly get you in some sort of mood. Board game geek. They're an interesting touch.
I'm still sad they don't light the table on fire. I want them to.
It is disappointing.
That is a mood for sure.
Uh, I'll take production.
Oh, I should have.
That's fine.
First move.
Interesting. Okay. On to build track, starting with Lily.
4.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Play that stupid thing.
Got a neat little circle going.
Just go around in circles.
Um,
Love that you can just route goods through whatever inefficient means you want. People don't care.
A lot of people get turned off by this game because they despise the fact that it incentivizes inefficient route building.
Mm-hmm.
Like people
I
get
love it though.
people get viscerally upset about it. It's interesting.
That is
Well,
interesting.
I think that this probably hits a similar vibe to pipe. Or is it pipeline?
Mm-hmm.
One of those. Anyways.
That's fair. Pipeline also kind of encourages that.
Guessed it. Let's see. I was going to make a joke about All Aboard Games' Australian shipping mess. Then I thought better of it, but I said it anyway. So apparently I didn't. We'll spend 2 to go there. And that'll be that.
Man, Guerric, you just got something against me.
It was not meant to be personal to you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just lock me into doing nothing for the rest of the game. It's cool. I don't know that I have a valid track lay with that. Because there is no track that I can build into that. Which is intentional, I'm sure. Well, I could go around Paris, I guess.
Do you remember that the crossover track and stuff like that exists? So if you really want to lay the track, you can find the way. It just might require a lot of effort.
Yeah. Well, it'll cost more than I wanted it to anyways.
Yeah.
Also don't know that it's necessarily worth it. I mean, aside from the fact that I just desperately need to expand my network. Yeah, I think that's what it comes to. Okay, well. And that, so that ends up costing me 4 plus, Jesus, 8. No choice.
I wonder if it would have been better for me to come out of the new city. Because I was trying to block this, but I did it the wrong way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, on to move goods. Alan's up first.
That said, I think I still need to take this yellow because I don't need to give Lily freebies. Although I don't think it matters. I think the way she's got her network set up, she gets full runs basically no matter what. I could be wrong, but I feel like as long as she's running a blue or a yellow. Well, there's not actually any blue, so it's just the yellow that gets her wrong. She can run the black. Yeah. So yeah, there's no perfect choice here. Well, since Guerric is the one who keeps doing things to block me, I'm just going to take this black and run it for him.
I'll take the yellow for 4.
Yeah.
I'll take the red for 4.
Let's... I think I just take this purple for 3. This is the best run I've got.
I will take this black for 4.
I will take this red for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fine, you guys end up in the -4 category.
It's true.
It balances out.
For all that you stole my shit. Okay.
Oof. Lily's still pulling ahead. Unsurprising.
I'm kind of surprised they did not automate the goods growth.
Well, I mean, it is. It just isn't. It's because it would have to scale based on player count is the issue.
Oh.
So,
that makes sense.
when do I trigger my... How about production? When does it resolve?
It goes in 9, so it should be right now, yeah.
I'm just trying to remember if it's before or after doing stuff. Before they're rolled. Where would I want stuff to go? Because I have to decide if I want the alternate France version as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, you have to pick the city first. That's so mean.
Well, I can't make it too good.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just want it to be good.
It's Age of Steam. It's never going to be that good.
How many more rounds do we have? Gosh, there's so many rounds left in the game.
Yeah, I was just looking at that and thinking about, like, you actually, with this much time left in the game, you almost have to keep growing an engine even if it doesn't earn money.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about this game. It runs just a little bit longer than you want it to. You have to actually keep the engine together for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have taken something else. Oh well. We're going to put. No, you know what? We'll do the normal production. So I'll draw 2 goods cubes and place them in the cube market. Let's do. Gosh, this black is useless to me.
Ah, you've got 2 blacks right there. You even placed them.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're in the middle of my network.
Yes, so I guess I understand why the game is incentivizing you towards industrialization early, or urbanization, I mean. I do not think it was valuable because now that Purple City's just in a really awkward and not helpful spot for me.
Yeah.
But it gave Lily a huge early boost to have to just be able to lay directly into it. So I don't know.
This blue's gonna go there. I know that for sure. Where are you gonna go?
I mean, I feel like it benefits only you if you put it in niche, but I could be wrong.
The problem is if I do that, I'm less likely to get this purple out, and I actually do want that purple out because with 1 upgrade I can deliver it. 1 locomotive upgrade, I mean. So that's my current conundrum.
Yeah, I can't help you with that.
Yeah, I'll come to a decision. I don't want to hold us up forever. We'll just put it in the 3 column. Okay, sorry for the hold up. Time to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alrighty. Time to do it all over again.
I'm not taking a loan.
I've got $13. Yeah, I gotta ride this out for a little while.
No loans.
Okay, auction time. Starting with Lily.
A bid $1.
What? I'll bid 2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
How much do I care?
13.
I'll pass.
I'll stay at 6. I'll pass as well.
All right.
All right, Lily. What action would you like?
I'm trying to maneuver with a cat on my arm.
Dangerous.
Let me think.
Also dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gonna take locomotive.
I'll take engineer.
Engineer.
You're just not choosing one?
I didn't press anything.
Oh, blah.
Oh, that's me.
I was still thinking.
No, I caused confusion. That's my fault.
Engineer, huh? I don't like that.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Why don't you do something about
Well, I can't pick engineer, so
it? Yeah, I don't know how to help you then. Crap. Look, there's like nowhere to go, okay?
yeah, so I know where you're going, and I don't like it.
There's only one way I can lay track now, okay? Leave me alone.
I'm unhappy. I'll take turn order. Okay. Lily, what would you like to build?
I had a plan. I promptly forgot it. It's gone.
Great.
Goodbye, plan. We hardly knew ye.
I will spend 6 to just lay some track out.
Plans are for the week
corner.
anyway.
Go in this direction for no reason.
Cool. I am going to spend, I think, 7. Tell me if I'm like way off here. Believe it. Boop. I think that's right.
I think that's right.
7, right?
Yeah.
Is that not what you thought I was gonna do?
I considered that as an option. That is one of the things I preferred.
Oh, see, you're making me think I should have done something different. Well, the other thing I was considering is just running purple into yellow, but that doesn't actually net me much long game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misreading the map. I mean, yeah, it hurts you on this one tile. Like, oh no, you're out $2. Although actually, it does totally prevent you from coming into this half of the map. That's the.
I mean, I don't know that I actually want anything over there. I'm hitting Paris, so it's not like anything's going through Paris.
Yeah, that I was just considering actually how awkward that is because like I can't really. Yeah, you can't move stuff through it. You can move plenty of things to it, except actually we're now running through like all the colors, so not actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paris is weird. I honestly did this more just so I could have an empty city.
No, yeah, that's a good move for you. It gives you that. It increases your VP at the end with extra links. It's a good move. It's just not like something that's immediately harmful to me, so that's why like I'm okay with it.
See, not every play has to be a dick move.
I don't understand. All right, we're definitely paying the 2 to finish that up.
Fine, I'll lose with my super efficient routes. take it all the way to the bank, I guess.
I'll go ahead and spend 4. And we'll just do the silly thing. Which is lay that.
Just to block me.
Blocks and gets another link for VP. And I've got the money, so. On to move goods.
All right.
This is where Lily wakes up.
Yes, it is. Lily is awake. Okay. I think black is. Oopsie.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to organize that.
It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Black's the way to go.
Very nice.
This is a little awkward. Yeah, I think I just upgrade to 5 for the moment. Hang on, I gotta math that out. I have $1. My expenses aren't that high. I should be fine. I'm not fine, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and deliver this yellow for 4. And I'll just be sad that Lily's delivering better than me.
We'll deliver this other black for 5.
Yeah.
I will deliver this purple for 5. I'm just, at this point, hoping that the delivery ends up working out in my favor. Probably not, but
Deliver this purple for 4. Deliver this yellow for 4. All right, that was everyone twice. So we do income. We do expenses. do income reduction.
Oh gosh.
We do goods growth. 1. 2. 3.
Oh no.
4. 5. And 6. Okay. We do it all again. Lily, would you like to what's the word? Issue shares?
Hey Lily,
No. Good.
should you have a train on this?
Oh yeah, I should. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alan, would you like to issue shares?
God, what a weird spot to be in. No.
Okay. I am not either. So we go to the auction. Starting with Lily.
Okay. Um. hmm. Um.
God, how did income reduction not kill you guys more? I'm way behind. Upgrading my train hurt me.
Yeah, it's rough. What's rough about Age of Steam is it's inherently about building momentum. Like, it doesn't look like it, but it's an engine builder, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So once you fall behind, there's not really catching up. Like
No,
even now,
I mean,
Lily
I'm not like,
has won. No, I'm just talking it out.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, Lily kind of just built the better network from the outset.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are we waiting for?
I think it's me. I
Yeah,
don't remember what I'm doing.
You're bidding. You have the first
Oh,
bid.
okay.
So you just...
Yeah, no, I understand. I see what I'm doing. My brain is having a fun panic attack.
Alan, she's creaming us and she's not even thinking about it. She's doing it on autopilot.
No, I'm thinking really hard.
I will bid 2.
I'll bid 3.
I'll bid 4.
I'll bid 5.
I'll bid 6.
I'll bid 7.
I'll pass.
I will use my free pass.
I'll bid 8.
I'll bid 9.
I'll bid 10.
11.
12.
How high do you want to go with this?
I mean, track laying only costs so much, and y'all just have a ton of money right now, so.
13.
14.
15.
Honestly, I'm kind of counting on this to be a little bit of an equalizer for me.
Okay, I'll stop.
All right, I get it.
Actually, yeah, no, let's go. I'll stop.
I get it at 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What you doing, sir?
I am taking Lokomotov.
Oh, interesting. I think I'm still just better off with the play that I was gonna do, but I am. You left me engineer.
I did leave you engineer, and I'm not happy about it, but I need a locomotive upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to sacrifice deliveries.
That makes sense. That said, I don't think engineer actually is what I want this round because I have a better play.
Ooh, I like better plays.
I mean, at least I think I do. I might just be being an idiot. It's also possible. I could just complete this loop, right? That's the sexy thing, except that Paris is dumb. Yeah, because there's not really. Well, well, you know what? I may not have an opportunity to do this later, so I guess I should do engineer.
Okay. Time to build track. Starting with me. I'm not going to be happy this turn, but it is what it is. I wonder if long-term engineer would have been better. Who knows? Who knows? We're just going to spend 4 and go like that. I don't think I have a track lay with my last action. Well, I guess I could do a dangler.
I don't like that term. Not a fan.
Well, you screwed me up.
Lovely.
Okay, now I gotta replan a lot of stuff, which I do. I don't like replanning things.
Happy to be of service.
I didn't realize how comfortable that couch was, I guess.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
What specifically screwed you up?
This.
Just that? Okay.
Yeah, mainly just that. Yeah, just that. I was planning on urbanizing this one, upgrading this, and then going around just to
you can
be
still
even more dumb.
You can still urbanize
I can
it.
still urban. Yeah, but it's not going to help me anymore.
Yeah.
It's not adding an extra route stop to my route at this point. So I have to figure out a better way to do that, which I'm having a lot of trouble seeing because all of the spokes seem to be taken on most of the things.
Yeah.
I don't. The spokes that aren't taken.
I don't entirely understand what this map is doing with some of these towns out here.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either. Like, I don't know how to wire it back in because, like, I'm nowhere on this side of the map. So it's a lot harder for me to get into things.
Yeah.
I'm only over here. If I had realized that was a possibility for you, I probably would have taken engineering. But I did not because I was foolish. Um, That's the most annoying thing I can put there. No, I don't think there's anything that annoying I can put there.
Probably not. I mean, you could put a red there. Be funny.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was leaning towards.
What are you trying to do?
Fine. We're just gonna keep playing
Oh,
through without the
urbanize
whole
that.
game.
It makes Alan sad.
You know, you could actually compete with your competition instead of just shoving them through their mouth.
I don't actually know what I can do to mess him up right now. Like, there's nothing I really can do.
You're gonna mess with me, Alan. Don't worry.
Like, I also am going to do this though, just because I hate you.
That is the spite move.
See, I wanted to do that spite move.
Alan, I can't do spite moves if you're gonna do spite moves.
See, now I don't know what the hell to do. Oh, everything about this turn is horrible.
So we're gonna do that. Let's. If I replace a town, it would be for 3.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going that way. Let's do another angular. So it's 7.
You could have placed this somewhere where it actually helped you.
Yeah, where? Where would it have helped me?
I mean, somewhere up here where it gives you another place to deliver goods.
That's fair. Okay, I will, in reconsideration for that, I will
Okay, cool. Because now I don't have to
spite move.
Now I don't have to worry about that being a legal placement or not.
Yeah, that's fair. Made life easier.
Because I don't know if you were legally allowed to expand this, but now there's no question.
Yay!
All right. All's well that ends well. You're both horrible people.
Actually, wait, give me a second. I might not want to make that red.
Okay. That's why you play games with us, isn't it, Alan? Because we're terrible people.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean,
it's clearly the most logical thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that black.
What is this friggin' bug that's bothering me?
Oh.
There's a very aggressive bug earlier that decided to fly into my mouth, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Whoa.
That is not okay.
Why is that happening? It was bad. Yep. Okay. So I already paid, and we're good.
Okay.
All right, Alan. How are you going to make me sad?
Well, I'm pretty sure my original thought doesn't actually make any sense anyway, so I have to rethink that. I am really tempted to connect to Nice. I don't know that that helps me at all. Does it be 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I just make a connection that I can't ever actually do anything. No, the clearly better thing to do is this. So I'm gonna come down there into here. And then for funsies, I'm going to make this connection too.
Oh, that's actually really nice. Good for you.
Yeah, that was the connection I wanted.
All right. That's going to cost me only $6. Wow. It seems way too cheap. Boop.
Okay. On to move goods. Starting with me. Yeah. We're gonna do this purple for 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
I'm gonna take this black for 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can weave.
Bob and weave. So I guess the question is, what makes the most sense here? That's a 4. So unless I upgrade, I'm kind of stuck. Can I? If I upgrade 2 turns in a row, I'm so screwed though.
We still have 7 more deliveries after this current one.
Sorry, I'm looking at the different potential options.
That's fine.
Got a lot of like 3s as it is. Mm.
What was that?
I'm just very. God, this is dumb. I think that it is actually most lucrative for me to just do this. All right, not yours, fine.
Hey, I'll take it. Okay, I will deliver the other purple for 5.
Yep. Who wins the dangler race? Is it just whoever lays track second?
Well, you can't lay track into somebody else, so
Yes.
yeah.
What a fun incentive.
I will deliver this other one for 5.
I will deliver this black for 6.
Oof, nice.
I go 25.
All right.
Not enough. I'm just gonna get pushed back too far.
Yeah, the income reduction is brutal. Speaking of income, expenses, income reduction.
Jeez, Guerric.
What's up?
How are you so far ahead of me in income, and yet? Gosh.
Yeah, the math flattens out in a weird way sometimes. All right, we need to roll dice. Uno. Dos. Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. And says.
Oof. Not a lot coming out at this point in the game, huh?
Yeah, when you get to the end of Age of Steam, if nobody's taking production, then there's no goods left. I don't know why I ended turn. I meant to do that. Guerric, would you like to issue shares? No, I would not. I am already losing.
I'm good.
Okay, to the auction. I'll bid $1.
Pass.
Oh man, she's on autopilot. Ah. I'll bid $2.
3?
I mean, if you're looking for locomotive, you just get it. 4.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
He's maxed out.
Yeah, I don't want locomotive is the issue. I don't think I have a use for it at this time.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. What's the current bid?
4.
5?
6.
Alan, my man.
Yeah. Can I help you?
7.
8.
9.
10.
11.
12.
13.
14.
Oh, buddy. Second. $15.
16.
All right, you have it for 16.
Woo! Yeah. Poor choices were made. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not happy
Must
about it.
complete the circuit.
I'm not happy about it. Um,
I mean, you bid me so damn high that I am gonna miss out on a little bit of track, but oh well.
That was part of the hope, at least.
Interesting how the bidding for turn order escalates to the end game.
Yeah.
Because your turn by turn expenses don't actually change all that much. Like, once your income starts to go above your regular expenses, you really just have to save money for your track. I mean, it's fine, just don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna hurt you.
I'll get first build.
I'm staying on urbanization.
Okay. Build track. Starts with Guerric. I'm going to spend 4. And we're going to
Are you gonna keep going?
Nope. That's it there. And then we're gonna lay a dangler there.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Just coming after my stuff.
I mean, there are finite track lays left in the game.
I mean, to be fair, Lily.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I guess I just expected him to like upgrade stuff and start going this direction just to help build his track
Yeah.
out this way, because that makes logical sense. Yes, Guerric, I understand.
It's really interesting though how important engineer is becoming here, because you literally can't block my track lays if
Yeah.
I have engineer.
Oh yeah. I really wanted engineer, but if I bid any higher, I literally couldn't afford the track lays I wanted. You know.
Yeah, I get that. I just wanted to make this fun little connection, that's all.
That's fair.
Will literally cost me all my dollars. Oh, why'd you turn my train?
I'm just trying to keep them not like straight on, because then they're not super visible.
Fair enough.
You're seriously the worst.
I know. I mean, feel free to urbanize it still.
Not going to, because there's no fucking reason to give you that.
I might actually be sleeping on the couch now.
Fine. You want to play this game? We can play this damn game.
What about this game? Are you gonna play this game?
I'm letting that game go. I don't care. I wasn't actually planning on fighting that one.
There's a fun little cross track you could lay.
I could, but I won't, because I don't care about it.
I don't know that cross track ever actually connects to anything, but it's probably the right choice.
It doesn't, because literally the only thing it had option to connect to is over here.
Or that one.
Or that one. That's fair.
Yeah. Like this,
I'll
the
pay
hilarious
$2.
thing with this one is Guerric can only connect to this. It's the only option.
And I will just be bitter.
Okay. Time to move goods. Starting with Alan.
Oh, that's right. I won that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this purple for 6.
Very nice.
Is this the part where I actually start to make money?
And it actually should be me. The turn order is just wonk, for whatever reason.
Just stalled me out hard.
I'll 1, 2. Two, 5. I'll deliver this red for 4. Lily?
I'll deliver this blue for 4.
This the fact that you can get 4 off of that is so obnoxious. I'll deliver this black for 6.
And that's actually me, so I'll just do.
Oh, was it not my turn?
No, it was
No, you're
you.
good.
It's messed up between.
It skips Guerric between for some reason.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it because the first build?
Yeah, it didn't correct
might
after
have.
that.
Yeah.
The income production 6.
Yep. I think I might have actually gained a little bit of ground this turn.
Yeah, I'll deliver this purple for 5. On to Lily.
Wait.
Yeah.
1,
Oh, yeah, okay.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
I kind of forgot what color you were for a minute.
Yep, that's totally fair.
The board's getting pretty busy.
It is getting
I'll
busy.
deliver this blue for 4.
Okay. Income. Expenses. Income reduction.
Jesus Christ, Lily.
Good news is money on hand is worthless at the end of the game. Let's roll
That's
dice.
fine.
Can I unissue shares?
You wish. I wish.
I still appreciate with rolling or not rolling stock, railways. It's the only game I've ever played where you start with 0 money and you must take out loans.
That's effectively what this game does, because you start with the 2 shares issued.
I guess that's true. It's just skipping a step, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I guessed it. I think we have one map in our physical copy where you can buy back shares. I don't remember which one it is.
The best one, clearly.
I need 5 minutes if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, you're fine.
We'll just sit here in awkward silence.
I'm still mad at you.
Exactly, that's why it's awkward.
I don't think it's awkward.
Tense silence?
Bitter.
Bitter silence, that works too. This is not a bad 3-player map. It's not I mean it's a little it's a little
just slow.
I mean 3 players always going to be a little long because it's
That's fair.
got the most turns of any player count.
That's fair.
But the map doesn't feel too loose. I mean, it's a little loose, but it's not. Like, we filled up most of the map. Crewmeister, we don't have sponsors. My sponsor is me. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's or Lily. Like, comment, subscribe for her.
I am your sponsor. You made your sponsor very unhappy tonight.
I'm an artiste. What can I say? That's how the relationship goes.
Produce better work. Ah, jeez.
Hey, we'll have the green screen up soon. That'll be better.
Yeah. Then
I won't
you can do
hog.
things with that.
I won't hog a corner in the bottom of the screen.
Oh, you're gonna do the thing you like the other people do?
What? Where I'm overlaid over the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing you like the other people do.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I don't know. I still am curious how they do that with like a console involved.
I could be a floating head guested with the green shirt. You know, I rarely wear this, so I guess it'll just be rotated out.
No, clearly you have to be the floating head.
Let me let's see. Let's goof around real quick. Where? Yeah, it didn't even really work.
What didn't work?
Yeah. So it's the wrong shade of green on my shirt.
Oh.
I don't know if you're looking at the
Well, what if you put it behind you?
what the green screen? Yeah, see?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So yeah, the green shirt's just the wrong shade. So I can continue to wear it.
Sad. I think get you the right colored shirt so you can be a floating head.
You can just get me
No, I've got it. I'll buy another green screen. I'll make you a shirt.
No, I was gonna say you can get one of those green bodysuits, and it's funny. I was watching that episode of It's Always Sunny today, where they do the Green Man because they're wearing the green skin tight suit.
That's true. That's true.
This is quality content.
This is absolutely quality content. When you're on the green screen.
And talking about an episode of TV I watched today.
No, but actually, for my knowledge, because I am ignorant on technology, how do people do the green screen with with the background being a video game?
I mean, the way I'm doing it just now, you just set up a chroma key filter, so it filters out that color.
Okay.
And then you have the video layered on top of the game feed, and it's like Photoshop with layers. Anything cut out of you is.
I think my brain's having more trouble understanding how you have the game feed than anything.
Well, that we've talked about. You get a capture card and you have the console feeding as a video input into your computer.
Right. I forgot about that conversation. I'm very good about forgetting conversations. It's my special skill.
It is. That's why I don't talk to you, obviously.
I wouldn't put it past you because I literally forget every word you say to me. So I was so guilty about that I retain absolutely no information that anyone ever tells me.
It's okay. Nothing I say is important.
It makes me feel better. Ah, gosh. So you got 2 more rounds? Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We're screwed. I'm screwed. I don't think I can keep the lead up because you really messed me up there.
Somebody's got to take the production action. We need
But
goods.
it's much funnier when it's not me. I probably will if I get what I want, but if I don't, then I will spitefully not do it.
I mean, I'm currently set. I currently have 4 deliveries.
Still spiteful. Somehow it's still spiteful.
It's probably too late, actually, because if you take it now, it'll resolve after this delivery phase. So
Yeah, there's only one more. Only this round makes sense to take it. You can't take it after this.
Yeah, you'd have to do it this round, and you probably would have to do the modified France version where you just place 1 cube immediately.
I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'm just screwed.
We'll see.
Yeah. Like, the hard part is because I did a good early lead, I got targeted. So, with both of you feeling like I was the way to attack, it's much harder for me to come back from both of you coming after me.
Oh, I think it just more so has to do with the way the track lays and the goods got eaten up.
I mean, that doesn't help, no, but I definitely feel like I got some spiteful track lays that blocked me out of things.
I didn't do anything out of spite.
It really feels like you did in many ways.
I mean,
I like, there are some, I feel like, this might be a little spiteful.
There's literally nowhere else I could lay. Those are the only places.
Well, you could have upgraded this one to start building out this way.
Right, but that's horribly inefficient.
More inefficient than putting down a track you might not be able to complete?
Guess it. I'm pretty sure Lily knows that. She's played before. A lot.
Yeah, I know I can. I just hate doing it, so I refuse. Especially because I'm really bitter right now, apparently. Like, there's a couple times I had considered it, but I was only ever using Alan's track. But at this point, because I feel like I'm in a really rough position just for that, I don't want to help anybody. I think the hardest part for me is everyone saying, like, I'm doing super great and everything, and, like, I don't feel that way, which is the funniest part, because, like, I'm just, like, struggling to keep my brain in, like, its stress, like, set order and make sense of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, everyone's saying I'm doing great and they need to come after me, and I'm like, I don't, or, like, not even come after me, but, like, deny me points from taking cubes, and, like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm back.
Howdy.
Hello.
So what don't you know?
What I'm doing.
If she wants to stay with me anymore.
Also that.
Well, that's just a series of decisions.
It's a lot of decisions gone off there.
We goofed around with green screens while you were gone.
It was quality content.
All right. I'm guessing we are at
shares. Yes, I believe we're at shares. And I think you said you were not issuing any, or is that I don't remember. Maybe none of us issued shares?
No, we just dead stopped.
Okay.
At the top of the round.
Well, I am not issuing any shares.
Yeah, I don't think I'm issuing anything. So on to the auction.
Are you sure, Lily? I think you should issue a few.
You only have $59.
One.
Two.
Is it still doing?
You're passing? Okay, it's fixed.
Yeah. I'm still freaking spite.
Oh,
I guess it doesn't matter. You're just gonna... Oh, wait, no, you can't. You can't... Oh, you couldn't do this because I had a dangler in there, you dip.
What are you talking about? I didn't run into you.
Yeah. But you couldn't lay the track here because I thought that the dangler, like, basically blocked this piece.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because I had something right here.
I don't know the rules.
I thought that's why you would do that, because why on earth would I play track if I was gonna lose it always?
Lily, I don't know, but the rule says a track tile may not be built so that the track directly connects to another player's track.
Oh, I guess that's why. Okay, then maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Wait. Okay, I'm not gonna pass then, because passing's not gonna do me any good. Because everything is fucked.
I wonder.
I'm bidding 30.
Hey, I guess I will pass then.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I pass it. What was my bid? Like $1, $2?
$2.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't need this money.
Well, that's highly unfortunate. No way for me to interact with that. All right, that makes sense. Actually, huh. Honestly, don't know where you're going, but that's okay.
Oh, isn't this dangler gone? Well, I'll take first build.
Cool. Well, yeah, without engineer, I don't know that there are any track lays that make any difference at this point.
You could take urbanization, turn this into a city, and start building out.
Somehow that feels like it just helps you.
Or this one, start building up to here. You could come in here. I think that might be it.
I mean, I feel like I'm better off just yeah, I feel like I'm better off just taking production and seeing if I can get some more runs out of something.
That's fair. Okay, build track, starting with me. We're gonna spend $2 to redirect this into a straight. And we're gonna spend $2 to lay track here. Let's maybe make it sharp. so it can theoretically be finished. Worst comes to worst. Sure. I think that's it.
Nice, warm, inviting couch. Here you come. Why is this? I guess the snap point's just a little off.
2, 4,
Nah.
Yeah.
3. That's 9. That's it for me.
Okay.
Boop.
It's not a legal play.
Aww.
What? Why not?
You can either lay track from a city or advancing track you have already. These are towns.
Okay. It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
I blame you.
I know.
Well, if that is the case, I don't believe that there is a legal tile lay I can make.
That's why I was saying you needed urbanization.
I mean, it's fine. There's not many more places on the board that I could even try to go to, so I don't need to expand my network.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I just won't worry about it.
Okay. On to move goods.
The reason I was not loving the concept of urbanization is it felt like I was just giving somebody else a city to run goods from and to, so maybe I was wrong.
I'll deliver this yellow.
Isn't it me?
You're right. It is you. And what are you waiting for?
I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. I'm not allowed to think anymore, apparently, Alan.
You could deliver that yellow.
I was thinking about delivering this purple.
Oh, that makes sense. That's probably the play. Does mean you have to go through.
I have to go through Guerric's
Guerric.
territory, but it takes him from a 5 delivery to a 1.
I mean, it doesn't change my delivery because I still deliver. It just adds a 1 to my delivery and takes 1 from you.
I mean, I guess I'm just saying, like, I see the purple as a guaranteed 5 delivery if I don't deliver it versus like a 1 if I do.
Guess I haven't really been looking to see where I could theoretically run something through somebody else.
It's tough because you never want to do it if you can help it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard, because either I do 4 for myself, or I probably should just run the one that's 4 for me. So I'll take this yellow out of Paris. Yeah.
I mean, the purple's
Just
4 for
run
you, isn't it?
4. Yeah, but it gives you stuff, so it's effectively a net for same, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be me. The turn order's funked up again.
Well, we'll just ignore the turn order then.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and deliver this for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. I will deliver this black cube for 6. I'm just not gonna change the turn order.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe I should deliver that purple now. Yeah. I'll give Guerric 1, but whatever.
Um. Hmm. Shoot, how did this work in my head a second ago? Hmm. I'm going to. Nope, that doesn't work. Oh, maybe it does. I'm going to deliver this yellow cube using 1 of Lily, 1 of Alan, and then 3 of mine.
You just went through yellow to do that.
Oh, dang it. I meant coming this way. Coming this. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. 2, 3. 1 for Lily, 1 for Alan.
Woo! I'll take it.
All right, and then Alan, you can deliver.
All right, I'm gonna take this black cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go up to 39. Hell yeah! I'm coming back.
All right. Income, expenses, income reduction. Whew, it's a beautiful thing. Look how I managed that. Okay, goods growth. Alan, you have the choice of either drawing 2 cubes from the bag and determining where to put them in the goods growth display, or you can pick a city and randomly draw a cube and place it into that city.
Okay, so I have to pick the city first.
Yes.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
Like I don't. Okay. Feel like. Feel like this ends up being pretty pointless, doesn't it? And I guess there's a 1 in 6 chance or 1 in 5 chance that I get the one I hope it is. So I just bank on the 20% chance. I guess that would also work. And so with that, all right, so we're gonna put it in Toulouse. Purple on Toulouse.
Alrighty.
All right.
Did you shuffle that up before you pulled it?
Was I supposed to?
Yeah, because we've been tossing cubes back in there.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to keep it, it's not a huge deal.
That's fine.
Oh, there's a black cube sitting out here. Shuffle some more.
Red. That's also fine.
Cool. I'm glad it didn't screw things up. All right. Rolling dice. Three. 4. 5. And 6. Alrighty. We start the final round. Whoa! Is anyone issuing shares?
Why do I have a
No.
green tracker in my
It's
face?
so we can track our final scores. We don't need it yet.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I guess question.
Sure.
Are shares negative points in the end game?
I don't think so. I think it's just they have the, expenses for the final turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that's victory points.
Strange that money doesn't get you anything, considering.
Oh, shares are -3 points? Really? Oh, you're right. There it is. Players lose 3 victory points for every share they issued. I forgot about that.
Oh dear. I wish I had known that.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. And I read this section earlier. How did I forget that?
Well,
Gosh, I'm terrible.
In that case, I will not issue shares. I was vaguely considering issuing up to 15.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason that I felt like they had to have something disincentivizing that, but
yeah, that's what it was.
sure.
Yeah, guessed it. I feel a lot worse about my chances now. You're right. All right, yeah, I'm certainly not issuing, and I'm guessing Lily's not either. So,
Nope.
on to the auction.
Okay.
Lily?
Um. I'm not sure what to do at this point. Yeah. Um. Um. I'll bid 1.
2.
48.
Fair enough.
49.
All right. Well, I guess I'm passing.
Oh wait, yeah. Actually, no. Wait, I don't. I want to pass. Actually, I don't want to actually bid 49. I'm a liar.
All right. Well, I'll pass it. Well, I mean, I guess I can win the bid, huh?
Yeah,
You can.
you can bid it up to 49 if you so desire.
But then I don't have money for track.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've just already made a decision about this.
That's fine. You got it. I think my bid was 2.
All right.
First move. Fair enough. Um.
I mean, I think Lily's got this just by virtue of not having issued so many shares.
Yeah, I forgot just how detrimental shares were. I was feeling like I might barely eke it out, but yeah, knowing that or remembering that, I no longer think so.
Yeah.
I'll
That
just
said,
take first build.
I'm still somewhat pleased with the fact that I have made some kind of comeback.
Yeah.
Probably just because you let me get engineered too many times, but whatever.
I'm taking urbanization.
Okay. Building track. I'll redirect this for 2. Um. It's probably all that's worth doing. I could try and be annoying, but Lily's going to be able to get a point no matter what. So may as well let it be.
No track lines.
I should claim that track.
You should claim that track. Okay, on to moving goods. Alan is first.
I'll move this black for 6.
Nice.
No, 39. Gosh.
I don't think I have any fanciness. I'm not seeing anything crazy. We'll go ahead and deliver this red for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Four.
I'll deliver this blue for 4.
Back to Alan.
Guess I could do that. It would give Lily a point, but
No.
whatever, she wins anyways.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. I run this black was 1, 2, 3, 4. This being a yellow is really annoying. I could run 1, 2, 3. I think so if I'm solely thinking about maximizing my own score, I just run this through Lily's train here. I can run it back to Paris for 6. So it'd be 5 for me and Lily. Lily get 1. The alternative is there was something I can run this red cube for 4 without passing through Lily. So
Yeah, that's where it's the question of whether it's better to be 4 or
but
5
it's the same
plus
it's
another.
the same static value between Lily and I. It's just a question of it only really affects you, but I am a proponent of kind of maximizing my own value ultimately. Although I guess the other half of the question is this cube or this cube one that either of you wants to run? I haven't done that math. Because Lily could.
I'm guessing it's not one Lily wants to run because she would have to use a bunch of other people's track. At minimum, 2 of mine. No, maybe she could bring it up this way at 1 of mine. That'd be 1, 2.
I'd have to go through Paris.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so at minimum, I think she's using like 2 of mine. And then I don't need it because I've got 2 yellows I've had banked over here all game.
Which you can just run up to Paris.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it really makes a difference. And in my head, maximizing my own score is better, even if it does slightly benefit Lily. So I'm gonna ship this one for 5 for me and 1 for Lily. So that's gonna take me up to 44. Lily up to 38.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just deliver one of these yellows for 4. I don't think I have anything else sneaky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, that's too far.
That's pretty sneaky. Pretty sneaky, sis.
Take this blue one. I think I can run for 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Income. Expenses. Income reduction. And then we can count up our track.
Can you do an example of how track counts, especially with like these these ones here?
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 per link. So 1 per train piece you have.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, can't I just go around?
For some
picking up my
reason, I
trains?
remember those being a thing that Pee-wee counted last time, so that's why my brain is having thought there might be something there.
They receive 1 victory point for each section of track that comprises part of a completed railroad link. Got it. Got it. So it's not the links, it's the track that's part of a completed link.
Oh dear lord. Okay, hang on.
What I thought, yeah.
Oh, so each individual track is worth a point? Oh dear, I did a lot worse than I thought then. Shit.
Yeah, I was thinking it was links.
Oh,
I really should have read that
Guerric.
section clearer. I'm sorry.
Oh, Guerric. You know, the most important thing in playing a game is knowing what the victory conditions are.
There's a debate around that.
No. I think that's probably pretty accurate. All right, well, hang on. Oof, Lily clobbered me.
I think you have 17, Alan.
Oh? Did I miss one?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're at 17.
Oh, whatever. I will take the 1 extra point.
All right, let's see what calculate score does. I don't know if that needs to be in your hand or not.
Oh, here.
Oof.
Yeah, I think taking those shares is what did that.
Yeah. So it says Lily has 114, Alan has 107, and I have 99. Oof.
How many tracks did you have, Guerric?
21.
How many points is it per income?
It's 3 points
Triple.
per $1 of income, 1 victory point for each section of track, and then -3 for every share.
Oh, okay. So the only difference between Lily and I is just that she literally had 7 more tracks than me.
Yeah.
And the less issue shares.
And I was...
Well, but that washes between our income.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That does wash.
And I was thinking it was links and not pieces of track through the whole game. And I had more links, at least up until the last turn. I didn't count the last turn.
Well, that's what I was looking at myself, as I had I figured I wasn't that behind by skipping track lays the last couple of rounds because I had at least like, a bunch of short routes. I didn't realize this would be so detrimental.
Yeah. I mean, there also just weren't places
If
to
it
lay
makes
anymore.
you feel any better, Alan, if we looked at just like the number of links, I think you had 10 and I had 11. So
Yeah, it
it
was
was
10, 11, 12.
stupidly close.
No, I don't think that. I think had I known that the actual number of tracks mattered, I definitely would have taken urbanization at the time that Guerric recommended it.
Mhm.
That's fair.
That would have given me a lot more value end game. It still wouldn't have caught me up to you for sure, but like you wouldn't have been able to lay this. I probably would have laid it,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and then I probably would have connected to Strasbourg, but who knows what else would have in terms of what got delivered on the last turn, or like I actually really needed the good that came out here. Oh wait, no, I didn't, because Guerric ended up delivering that, you jerk. Whatever. It's because this black popped up on Paris and I was able to get that for 6, but
Yeah.
I ended up having really decent endgame runs. Getting up to the 6-link train really helped me.
Yeah, and you cut across the map in a good way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
well, when
me
I
having
saw
an accelerated beginning really gave me that much of an advantage, especially because I was being stingy as hell.
Well, it gave you a good advantage, and I think that you kind of got screwed up by Guerric's shenanigans and misreading the tile, how the tile lay would be affected there.
Yeah.
Because my original thought was the same as yours, was that like if he couldn't, I
No,
thought he wouldn't be able to
I
lay the
forgot.
tile.
Yeah, no, I forgot that I needed to be the first person there, not the second, because I forgot about the whole redirect thing,
Hmm.
and that was a major downfall for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, okay. I would play it again. I kind of want to, now that I have a better grasp of the victory conditions and the overarching rules.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
don't know
a
how much of a fan I am of this map in particular, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I mean, I could live with playing a different map. I just
Yeah, no, I just
I was about to say, like, this game is what makes this game great is like how diverse the different maps are. So
Mhm.
you can play a different map and it's a totally different game.
I missed having actual engineering because I wanted it many times. I want actually
Yeah.
the engineering as listed.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I did appreciate, as compared to my experiences in railways, that engineer you could build in places where you could not be blocked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much the only thing that allowed me to make any kind of comeback. It like without that mechanism of safety, I think in the mid game I would have just floundered.
Yeah.
So I appreciated it.
It was a good game. Minus my teaching blunders. I apologize for that.
Whatever.
Yeah, let me go ahead and shut down the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. This was Age of Steam. We will probably play it again at some point. I feel like I say that after every stream, though. We have Really Wednesday tomorrow. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it. And have a great evening. Thanks so much for watching.